Alright guys, I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. Interview an escort with like a lot of experience under her belt. I found Kayla. She's just the sweetest, nicest lady. I hope everybody keeps their comments polite. Here's our interview. This is good. This is like sleepover vibes.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
Well, the thing is, I'm a real person, you see.
You are.
I'm a real person. People forget that.
What? How long have you been doing this?
A very long time.
Really?
Yeah. I started doing this in my 20s. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty much the norm of probably every sex worker, service provider, escort you've probably ever talked to. I would have to say there's a very small percentage that weren't physically, mentally abused as a child. It was a family member. It was inappropriate touching.
Wow.
And that left some scars, but I didn't realize it left some scars till I got into my 20s because I kept looking for Mr. Right and kept finding Mr. Right now. So one night in a bar, this guy wanted to go out and make out in his truck. And I just decided I'm not giving it away anymore.
Wow.
My family knows what I do.
Yeah.
I don't get criticized.
Very interesting.
My mom passed away, thank God. She thought I was a drug dealer. I've been married 3 times. I don't talk about the first one because it was just something stupid I did at 18.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
No, that one doesn't count. But I wouldn't give up my independence. Like, my thing is, I know what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? So,
yeah.
You know?
When did the last marriage end?
I don't remember.
Why not?
Do you know what? I have very selective memory. I've learned how to block shit out, you know?
Do you think you're in the market for a new husband, or are you
Oh, hell no. Unless he's got multi-billion dollars.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, money talks. I threw my hat back into the dating arena. People want free sex, you know? And, I mean, when you do what I do for a living and you can make $300 an hour, you know, somebody will say, oh, I want to do pay per meet. I'll pay you $300 to hang out with you for 3 or 4 hours. So you kind of go, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't have unprotected sex. My family doctor knows what I do for a living. My chiropractor knows what I do for a living. My massage therapist knows what I do for a living. I take care of myself. And the reason all these people know is because you can't get fixed properly unless people know what your day-to-day life is like.
Yeah. Do you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
No. That's why I started the OnlyFans page. Because you can do that forever. But you see, the thing is, my mindset is that of a 40-year-old. Until I shovel the driveway and go, what the hell did I do? Why am I so sore? Then it's like, okay, yeah. But most of the time, I really enjoy younger people. I present well. I can deal with people of all ages.
Yeah, you look 40. What is like your secret?
Maintenance. A good plastic surgeon when I was in my 30s.
Okay. So what else in terms of maintenance, like exercise?
Nope. Chase the dogs around.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't work out?
No, hell no.
Crazy.
I work out with a glass of wine.
Yeah, what is that like? Because I imagine everyone you grew up with and everyone your age is just like, I would guess that all of them except for you are just like have been super beaten down by life at this point.
I would think.
Yeah, because I'm already seeing that now. Like, I'm 28 and it's like a lot of people have just gave up and checked out that I grew up with, and you know,
I mean, I see people who they're 40 years old that look like they're 70 years old.
Yeah.
And I have a few clients that are like 68 and 70 years old who can pass for 52.
Do you ever think about that, or you're like, wow, I'm like the one person who's just like still holding out and just like young at heart and like...
No, I don't think about it. I just do. But I refuse to take on people's stress. I tell people, I say, you know what, you can talk to me, you can unload on me, but I'm just going to turn it around and turn it over and push it back to you. I'll give you opinions, but not going to take on your fight. It's not going to happen.
What do you think you know that like a 20-year-old escort doesn't know? Like a lot?
I call them Twinkies.
What?
They're sweet and they're sweet and they're light and they're easy to eat.
Yeah.
And you need about 2 or 3 dozen boxes to fill yourself up. They don't.
That's deep.
The thing that people forget is I'm a service. I'm a nice service, but I'm not here to steal someone's husband, steal their boyfriend, make them spend all the money that they should be sending on child support. I'm like your once a month haircut or your once a week poker game.
Yeah.
That's what I am. I'm a nice service, but I'm still a service.
I don't want to like look in your pockets, but it's like, do you have to work at this point? You must be like.
I wish I was. I'm foolish.
Oh yeah.
I should be a multimillionaire by now, and I'm not. I'm far. I'm along with everybody else, hand to mouth, month to month. If I could go back 20 years and do it over, I'd be a lot smarter than I had been.
But I think if you're getting $300 an hour, that's gonna add up.
It can, but for instance, I have $4,500 worth of output every month.
Like bills?
Bills.
Yeah.
I don't own this house.
Right.
There's car payments. There's housing payments.
Yeah.
But I always manage to keep food on the table and kibbles in my dog's dishes,
Yeah.
I live very simply. I had somebody ask me, I don't know, can I get really grossly detailed?
Oh, as gross as you want.
I mean, this is where people forget that I'm a human being. I had some guy send me a text message, and he wanted to know if I could go to the bathroom on a plate.
Oh.
And he didn't care if it was fresh or cold. He just wanted to come over and eat it.
Whoa.
And I'm like, you sick bugger.
Yeah.
But this is the extent, like, people are pushing themselves beyond the envelope. It's like,
but he wanted to feast on some log.
He wanted, he didn't care if it was fresh or it was day old or,
Wow.
Yeah.
And so did he?
I didn't. I said, no, I'm sorry, that's not my thing.
That's so nice.
Good luck to you, but that's not my thing. It's always been taking my power back. Giving a blowjob is the most powerful thing in the world. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love to do it. And people always say, well, why? Because it's powerful. Because I have control of your cock. And I can do what I want with it. I can take you to the edge and stop.
Right.
And do it again. That's probably my biggest thing is I love to be a cock tease, so to speak.
Yeah.
I tell people that I'm introducing myself properly.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I say, keep me posted because I don't swallow cum and I don't do cum on face because I think it's dirty. The cum on face to me is like a dog pissing on a dog. That's my analogy for it.
Aren't we all just dogs pissing on each other?
I don't know. I think I think personally I'm respectable.
Yeah, of course.
I try to be. I'm a classy, sexy woman. I even have it right there. It's sexy, beautiful, confident, powerful woman.
Oh, nice.
And I had to do that because I had to remind myself of that a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you find you get any, in particular, like love or hate, like for your age? Like...
Yeah, I got called Granny the other day. Hey, Granny.
Oh, no.
Hey, Granny, can I come over? And because the majority of my clientele are young guys who have a cougar fetish.
Like in their 20s, 30s?
I go as low as 25.
Yeah.
Although, I will be honest, I have 2 gentlemen who are 19 years old. And it took them a long time to get through my door.
Yeah.
And they are so respectful.
Nice.
Yeah, totally respectful. And they know it. They know that they are the only 2 guys of their age that I see. And I don't see them very often.
Yeah.
I shoved 12 ice cubes up a guy's ass one time.
Really?
And made him sit down.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Wait, ice cubes are like the smartest thing to shove up your ass ever, now that I think about it. If you want something shoved up your ass, because they'll just melt.
They melt, but they also freeze you too.
But you don't have the hazard of like getting something stuck up there.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ah, that guy's kind of onto something.
Yeah.
Was his butt like swollen up when you were done? Could you see the fucking ice cubes? Like
no.
No.
No, and I didn't look. I just kept sticking them in.
What about you said the dogs are your kids, so
yes.
you don't have any kids?
No, never had kids.
Well, except the dogs.
Except the dogs.
Yes.
Except my little doggies.
I misspoke. But interesting. So do you don't want to have any like human kids?
Nope. But I'm an advocate for men, okay?
Yeah.
We raise the kids, we have a house, we have assets.
Yeah.
Now, you're going through menopause. That's the big off switch for women. It's the best excuse in the world to not have sex anymore. And honey, You can put warm oil on your hand. You can give your man a hand job, something sensual. You want to keep your man in your house? Do something. Don't do nothing. Because if you do nothing, your man comes to me. And I'm not looking to break up your marriage. I'm not looking for anything like that. I'm just looking to... If a man is 90 years old and can still get an erection, he can fuck. Yeah. Plain and simple. And his drive, whether he can use his penis or not, mentally his drive is always going to be there. He'll always think of fantasies. Oh, I want to see your titties. Look at those nice titties, you know. Yeah. He might not be able to do anything, but look at the titties, you know. Yeah. And that's why I advocate for men, because I think women are bitches. I do. I think women are bitches.
So Kayla had told me she wanted to start a podcast in the first text I ever got from her. And during our interview, she brought it up.
I would love to have a podcast. I would love to talk to women who want to call me everything under the sun.
I think she's a lovely person, so I decided to put that together for her. I hired a co-host. I rented a podcast studio. So let's go surprise her with that. I have found a co-host for Kayla for her podcast. First, I took every escort in Calgary and cross-referenced the ones that had OnlyFans, because that means they would be more likely to be on camera. And I messaged them all. I think there was like 9 or 10. None of them were down. I took it to Craigslist, the backbone of the channel, you know? And on Craigslist, I did find a lady who said she might be interested in co-hosting. So it's gonna be, oh, here comes the co-host now. Not the Porsche.
The Porsche.
Jeez.
Like, we're deep in the music right now.
While we waited for Kayla, this woman treated me to hearing her and her boyfriend's music. She's hella sweet. Okay.
Congo Beast qui prend la scène, qui prend contrôle de la scène. Congo Beast, le son du tonnerre.
You're hitting like the moaning ad-libs on that shit, eh?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of like, he's a growler. I do some like heavy breathing.
Dirty beats in the Congo.
So we're surprising you. I found you a podcast co-host.
Cool.
And this is the pod studio right here.
Oh, cool.
So we're about to run your first podcast.
Cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is sick as fuck. You said you wanted a pod.
Love it. Love it.
Our girl Kayla is a natural-born podcaster, bro. Okay, first we did have an issue with this squeaky-ass chair.
And what kind of music are you guys doing?
I mean, we do every genre, but okay.
And he hired me.
Here's me trying to say something the first time, but I felt too awkward.
How long have you been?
See that? And then the second time, I actually said something. Yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt. You gotta watch out with that chair, because you don't want like squeaking in the whole pod.
Oh, is that what it's picking up? That because I hear something weird.
Yeah, that's the chair.
I can't hear because of the earphones.
Bet. Yeah. You can't.
Sorry.
You can't.
I knew there was something. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I just want y'all to sound the best y'all can, right? But then the squeak started up again, Becca.
Be easy. Like everyone's coming from. To be honest, it's only
Concert I ever was at. Never sat down. It was in Las Vegas just before COVID.
Thankfully, you somehow can't hear it in the final product. Okay, and then this was about an hour-long pod. I don't think I'm gonna show the full thing in the middle of this video, but there was one point where the co-host I hired got into a bit of a scuffle with her boyfriend, and I don't want to show the drama or anything like that, but y'all have to see the way Kayla handled this, bro. It was very, very smooth. I was very impressed.
I have a few clients who said, do you mind if I go in your bathroom and do a couple of lines of Coke?
Probably not. Like, you shouldn't let them. Like,
oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I said, you know what? I don't know you from a hill of beans. Mm-hmm. You could be a nice guy right now. You can go in my bathroom and come back and turn into some asshole. And that's not good for me. So, no, thank you. I'm not
exactly.
Even,
exactly. Any mood altering.
Oh.
Before you would have to experience that. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
From afar, and then maybe.
Yeah, no.
Josh is texting me from the side. He's not impressed with my performance.
Why?
I don't know. Would you like to turn on the mic?
Like, we literally spoke about this. Like what the fuck?
What did I do that was out of line?
What would you like to hear her talk about?
What did I do that was out of line? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, do your thing. What do you receive?
What Oh, do you need to take a minute?
No, I'm not following him, but I would love to vape. Are we allowed to vape in here?
I don't think so.
What did I just do that was out of line?
I
I have
don't-
no idea.
I don't
just
get it
triggered
because
him.
you and I are just this whole podcast was set up so that you and I could talk about stuff.
You know how your heart beats when
Yep.
somebody reacts to you like that, when you didn't think you were doing anything to like
And you get hot.
hurt them.
Your body gets hot. You get this hot. Take a
Can you
break.
do the chakra clearing on me? Because like honestly, I was just like diving into your moment and your perspective and
That's what it's supposed to be about.
riding out this, you know.
Or did he think this was all
together.
going to be about music?
No, that was not. No, we watched your interview with him yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is like, you know,
Wow.
maybe because I had some prepared questions. He expected it to go in a different way. However, messing with my energy right now is not really a kind thing to do. And to be honest, I know he's like breaking his own heart right now because he doesn't want to be mean. He's probably having a bit of a panic attack.
Do you want to slide in?
No.
Are you sure?
You're disrespecting me right now. You're disrespecting us right now.
How?
We literally spoke about this. Like, you keep bringing the same topic.
I
That
don't.
we said. We are not talking about everything you're saying there. Like, you're literally
Josh,
disrespecting us.
I
man.
had questions prepared, but I was prepared for the conversation to go in a billion directions. Like, I didn't know I would have said something, but at this point that would have like upset you. I think I represented us both in like a pretty good way.
Okay.
And this outburst, when you get the rollback,
I'm gonna talk sex shit online.
I'm sorry,
don't
did I
want
talk
you-
about
no,
sex
no,
shit?
No, listen. You're avoiding me to do those shit, but you're doing it.
I think,
Jess.
Josh, I think you should just like
Jess.
leave the podcast so that we can finish, like wrap up our conversation.
No. Keep doing your shit.
And I can calm down and just like maybe you can go in the lounge area
I'm not doing nothing.
until
Keep doing it.
your chemicals change and you understand that you're in the wrong. Because nothing bad has happened so far. I'm supportive to every walk of life. I'm having an honest conversation.
Yeah, as I am. But you're not letting me having those type of conversation.
I did
Like,
volunteer
You're
him
doing
at the
you're doing
beginning.
something you stopped me to
I
do.
said- These guys do. I don't stop them from anything. If you do stop somebody from something in life, it's an immediate karmic backfire.
Yep.
I really try to like promote people to get on their path and like do their gifts.
Well,
and
I'm
everything.
pleased that you agreed to do this with me.
Mhm.
I mean, like I said, I mean, my world evolves around a lot of different things. My job is sex. That's all
Right.
there is to it. Okay. Famous woman I'd love to have sat down with is Dr. Ruth. I think she's a blast.
I thought her show was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Because she's that way. She's no holes barred.
Right.
You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Because if people keep brushing things under the carpet sexually, then it becomes sexual frustration. And I think that's where all of our pedophiles come from. And I think that's where all of the abuse comes from when it comes to violent relationships. Because they're repressing. They're not talking about it. They go talk to a Coke can, for God's sakes. If you can't talk to somebody, talk to yourself in the mirror, because that's what we need to do. And that's what this podcast is about, is reflecting on people's ideas.
Right.
Like I said to Josh, or to Philip, I said, find me a younger escort. I'd love to sit down and hash it out and say, hey, do you put up with this stuff too? How's your world these days? What gives you
That's
happiness?
actually, I was going to ask you, like, how do you stay calm through like all the craziness and I mean, different energies and
I've learned
the day to day.
It's a matter of not taking on your stress.
Right.
Like I said, you can say, hey, I got to talk to you about some blah, 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 blah. You roll it into me. I hear it. I process it. And then I roll it right back out to you. It's going to shake or rattle me.
Yeah, actually. And thank you for keeping me calm.
Hey, fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. You'll do this. You're going to do well.
Yeah, this was really good practice for me. I did feel a little bit nervous the whole time, but like I was focused on you, which I have ADD. Like it's not easy for me, and especially not vaping. I was holding it together. Could you tell?
You did well.
They had to build a box around me in elementary school. Like I'm social.
Really?
Oh yeah, like I was everywhere. Like always
Bouncing
talking.
off the walls.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I look at it like yeah, there's a microphone here. Yeah, there's a camera over there. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking with you. You're talking with me. And that's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a conversation between two ladies getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And that's how you look at it.
Being on the microphone has been pretty funny. And
well, the thing is too, because you guys are out there. See, I'm not out there. I'm not out there yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where Josh is coming from. You have your channel. You have your...
I really didn't mean to do anything to hurt you. I didn't. What do you mean? What sign? Yo, my life has been pretty wild, and I just kept us focused on pretty good stuff.
See, I understand because you guys have your channel, and if you use some of this on your channel, you don't want anything that would be detrimental, and people go, well, wait a minute.
That's true.
Why was she talking to okay, I'm going to be real honest here. I'm going to flay it out. You know, she's such a good singer. She's this, she's producing, she's doing this, she's making great music. What the hell is she doing talking to a hooker? What's she talking to a prostitute for on there?
Every walk of life is important.
Yes,
every walk of life is important.
But
it's so essential that everyone knows that, like, we're all here with our different trajectories and purpose and gifts and abilities. And we haven't even had a chance to follow them yet. How are we going to judge each other?
Yeah, but you think that way. I think that way.
Right.
It's the people on the other end of the line that kind of go, oh, did you see that? Did you see who she was talking to? Did you hear all about that?
I talk to everybody. I love everybody.
Yeah, I know.
I really love everybody, like, honestly.
You know, that's the thing. But the normal Joe Blow on the street is just judgmental. And I understand.
Well, I can be negative, Josh. I'm not saying I'm never negative. Like, there's some times where I'm like, I want to check people. Obviously, they're rampant sometimes. Yeah. I'm not even saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I'm for that move. Now I forget what we're talking about. Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Yeah. Josh needs to maybe get dropped off somewhere. You know what I mean? I honestly don't know what you're reacting about. But thank you.
Thank you. I love you too. Stay in touch.
Huge shout out to Kayla for how she handled this, bro. This girl needs to go on Joe Rogan or call her daddy or something, bro. This was pure class on her part. For your first podcast to go through some crazy shit like this and the way she recovered it, obviously I had no idea that something like that would happen. And yeah, she might really have a future in podcasting. I hope she pursues it because she absolutely killed this. It was actually fucked how fast they made up after that. Podcast is in the can. It's up to Kayla what she does with the podcast. If she vaults it, drops it, or if y'all have any ideas for like me dropping it, just let me know what you would want that to look like. I feel like that's everything. Love you guys. Peace.
Middle of COVID, they tryna get laid. You rough with this pussy, I better get paid. This pussy is precious. This pussy is precious.
Hey, Becca. This video somehow cost like $600 to make. Driving to Calgary, the pod studio, the co-host, hotel. Honestly, it was probably like more than 600, but whatever. If you want to support The Scoop, I'm going to put a bunch of links in the description. There's going to be a Patreon. Oh, Jesus. There's going to be a Patreon. There's going to be a Cameo if you want video shout-outs for your friends. There's going to be merch. So check out that link. Or else, I don't know. I don't know what I would even do with myself. Deadass. Thank you.